Hi everyone, we're going live and this is very exciting. These are my amazing, amazing supportive girlfriends that I love so much, and I'm super happy to share their love, understanding, compassion, and love with you guys. So we don't actually know what we're doing, but we're doing this with you all, so thank you for coming to this space. And I was told to say thank you very much for joining me, and we're surrendering to this experience. So thank you very much, you guys. Lots of love. All right. First off, how we're going to do this is I want to talk to you about, a lot of people have expectations about meditation. They think that you have to be in this position in a way where you're like this, straight back, all that stuff. And I'm not saying that you're not supposed to. You can get there, and each person has their own way. And that's what I'm trying to get across today. We all have our own way of meditation. Let go of those expectations that you have of how it's supposed to be and allow how it comes into you. Another thing about it is we exist in frequencies. So we have the chakras, if you know the chakra systems, and there's from the root to the crown. And all of those vibrate at different stages. So we have the low ones that vibrate very low in small waves. And then as we go higher, they go quicker and closer until you get super high, quick, like that. And all of those are frequencies that you can connect to for any type of meditation. Another thing of meditation is you don't have to be sitting quiet in a quiet space. I know they tell you that, and while that is a goal we can get to in some place if that's what you wish, even just doing sports, if that's what it is for you, cleaning, eating, cooking, anything, in a bath, sleeping, all of that is meditation for you, if that is what connects you. Because that's Biggie, he's super cute. Because it's about creating that space, it's about being in that frequency that makes you feel good, and about what connects you to your thoughts. At the same, I know they tell you to not think. I know they tell you to not think at first because you're trying to get into a quiet space. But actually how I started my meditations was very low vibration, meaning that I started actually in a laying position. In my meditations, I actually thought I had to sit as well. But my meditations and intuition led me to just laying down. And when I would lay down, I would just adjust my body to feel good. And I would just allow the experience to happen to me. I let it bring to me wherever it went. And I would try to take out the thoughts that first of all, I started working through some things because you can't always just empty your mind. So sometimes you need to work through some situations, some things, so that you're able to release those things so you can come to yourself in a calmer space. So whatever it is to bring you into that calm space, if it's drinking a cup of tea, if it's watching a movie, if it's just chilling with your girlfriends, if it's cuddling with yourself, sitting in a quiet room, like I said, whatever it is to you. Anything you're thinking like, oh, is this okay? Yes, it is okay. Anything that you feel. Okay, another part about meditation that's important, it is the breathing. Breathing is actually important in all of life. If you've seen my other Insta videos, you've heard about how breathing brings us from here to here. And it changes that whole feeling, that whole experience, and calms you down. And that's what we're going to work on right now. So there's so many different techniques to breathing. If you want to learn those, please go ahead. You can look them up. There's so many different ways. Go with what connects to you. What's for her, what's for her, what's for me. It doesn't mean it's the same, and it doesn't mean any of it's wrong. It's what connects to us. It's what brings us there. So just trust yourself to what you're brought to. At the same time, if you don't like that way, you know that. And if you don't like that way, you know that, and it will lead you to where it is you're meant to go. So enjoy that process too. It's so much fun. And just love your own journey. These journeys are created for us in our own individual ways for a reason. We created these paths for us because that's what we wanted to enjoy. It was us coming here to Earth, experiencing these things, thinking that it has to be a certain way, that has pulled us away from our truest wants, intentions, desires of what we actually wish to experience. Because we thought we had to be a certain way, when actually we have always been who we are, who we were meant to be, and we just need to choose to be who we are and allow that love, allow that space for you to become who you were always meant to be and love, because that's when the truest love happens, and that's when you're the most powerful, and that's when you realize that you are love and that we're all love. All right, let's do this. So sit however you want. If you want to sit, if you want to stand, if you want to just listen, if you don't even want to do anything, if you want to lie, just do whatever you wish. So let's start with some breaths. So I usually start with a big breath in and a big breath out. Now remember, as you're breathing in and out, release those expectations and limitations. Breathe at your own pace too, unless you want to follow along. So what I have these girls doing with me too is their own way. So they're learning here too, their own way. So lots of people think that you have to have a structure, and if that's what you wish, please go for it. But for me, I'm all about flow, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and where that brings you. So if it is something that you would like to do in the way that you feel meditation is, then please do it. If you want to do it in your own way, then please do it any way you wish, remember. Okay. Let's connect with that flow. So as I breathe in, I allow myself to be me. And as I breathe out, I release the things that I bind myself to. And in, bring in that love, even if you don't feel love. And breathe out that negative, that you don't deserve love. And breathe in. And bring in that love from the universe, because the universe is love and all it wishes to do is love you. And breathe out all that undeserving feelings that you feel because you feel like you don't deserve love. Because the universe is happy with who you are in the good ways and the bad. You are the one that judges yourself. You are the one that limits yourself. You are the one that thinks that you need to be a certain way. The universe loves you as you are. And you are the one who chooses your path. You are the one who chooses your experiences. And you can experience it in happiness, in sadness, in anger, or rage, or just as an observer. You don't have to be anything. Just try to get to this place of who you are. There's no expectation. Just allow for that space. So today what we're doing here is I don't actually have an intended goal of where we're going for our meditation, because this is the very basis of the meditation today. It's about releasing your expectations, releasing those limitations, and allowing your place to be. Another thing I want to say is when I first started meditation, because I was in a low vibrating meditation, when I would hit that space, all of a sudden I would just pass out and I would sleep for 3 hours after. And then I'd wake up and be like, whoa, that was a deep sleep. I don't think I did it right. I don't know. People say they see these visuals and all that kind of stuff. I didn't see anything. But that's a step. That's another thing we have to realize, that everything is in steps. It's your own journey. It's your own creative uniqueness in what path you wish to take. So just follow. Your angels, your guides are behind you, supporting you. Your loved ones in your life, the experiences you went through, no matter how harsh or light or all of the in between, all of it brings us to what we're meant to go through. Everything has brought you to this place of who you are. So just realize that, appreciate it, because you could not be who you are and become who you are meant to be without the experiences of this, without all of those things making you who you are, making you now choose who you are. My experiences have led me to choose to do this with you guys, to be here with these girls, because they have given me the strength. We all help each other in strength. Oh, I don't know, something happened to
Thank you. I'll just do like that. Oh, wait.
Love you guys. Thank you very much for this. Oh, this is such a wonderful space. Does anyone have anything to add right now? Because right now, I'm like, where are we going with this?
That it's not a try, that realizing we're already there.
Can you share a little bit more? So I know she's off camera, but this is my sister. I'm actually really supported with all my family right now and friends. I'm so lucky to have this. I couldn't do this without them. This space was created because of them. So thank you guys for joining, and I hope you feel all our love. And I don't want you to think that our lives are perfect and beautiful like this, because it's not. At the same time, though, we have brought ourselves through our own sufferings into these steps because we have claimed who we are, and we have decided that we believe we are worthy for self-love. Self-love is what brings love into your whole experience, into your whole life. It changes everything, how you see things, how you treat yourself, how you treat others, and how you see the world and universe. All right, please share about this tri-space.
Oh, okay. Because I think just what you had said, that what had caught me was to try to... Oh, okay. What you were saying about try to get to that space. I think a part of it is not trying to be the sunlight, realizing that you are already the sun and our limits are the clouds, and none of it is wrong, and knowing that the limits, they come and they go, but realizing that it's the sunlight is always there and always shines through. So it's not a trying to get somewhere, we are already there.
That's beautiful. For some of you beginners, I know that's kind of like, huh? Because for me, even when I started, it was like that. I want you to know that it took steps to get where I am. Where I am in meditation today, I'm meditating the whole time. My eyes open, I'm meditating, I'm connected all the time. But when I first started, it was something I had to take time and be okay with, to be by myself, to sit there. That's why it's so important to love yourself, because so many people are not able to be by themselves because they're afraid of themselves. When you love yourself, when you start this process into self-love, when you even take the time, that's even love right there, that you chose yourself for that moment to take that time for yourself, to allow that for yourself. That is love. And from there, you just build. Remember, everything is building. You don't just start like this. You start from here and up. Those steps, though, can be tiny little ones if you want, and they can come and go down a bit if you want, and then go back up and down. It's all our choosing. We decide how this goes. We decide our flow. We decide our vibration. We decide our frequency. We decide how high we go, how low we go, and what we experience. We decide if we're neutral and balanced. We do all of that. Anything?
Can I add something? When I heard meditation at the beginning, I always thought that meditation meant having no thoughts, not being conscious, just completely clearing your mind. And so for me, that was actually very scary, because I'm always thinking, there's always thoughts coming into my head. I'm like, okay, so meditation, is it just nothing? And is that supposed to make me feel free and at ease? Or what is meditation really? Are we able to just reflect and think about things? Is that meditation too? Like what is?
Great question. Meditation is all of that. Meditation is whatever you wish it to be. If you want meditation to just be, like I said, this, that's what meditation is. If you want meditation to be that, that's what it is. Meditation is every level you want. For me personally, I started with the meditation she's talking about, which at first I thought I had to be clear as well. I thought it was like nothing, and you start seeing these like Buddha visuals and all these crazy colors and the hippie things that you see, but I never experienced any of that. In truth, all I had was darkness and being like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Do I just sit here a little longer? And as I went through those things and was just allowed the experience to happen to me, I'm going to tell you, it probably took me, how many days is 3 weeks? It probably took me 3 weeks of passing out after doing nothing before I recognized that every single level is meditation. It's all about finding that journey for you. So in truth, I did meditate like you first, which was my mind was going and I kept thinking, but at the same time you talk yourself through it, like I was saying. And so what is coming through your mind? If you can release it, release it. If it's there, why is it there? Even just talking to yourself like that, that's a part of meditation too. Because we in this life of society is so busy and crazy and so much stuff going on that we don't realize how much we have taken on. We are so used to piling this stuff on us that we're actually really low, but we're standing like this thinking like this is normal because we're so used to it. And it's about breaking down those layers, freeing yourself of those things slowly that allow you to get from this place of meditation that you don't think is meditation into a higher place of meditation where it is those experiences of the nothingness, of the creation, of those visuals, of all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes people don't even go through the steps from like high to here. Like you don't have to be like this level, this level, this level. You can go from here to here like that. Or you can go from here to here. We choose it, we create it, we're drawing, we're expressing, we decide how it is we wish to experience. At the same time, just allow it to be, and that experience will happen to you, because in truth, your soul created this journey with you. You created this journey and you wrote it out in the way that you would love to experience it for your own unique self, for your own unique growth, for your own unique experience. And when you surrender to that, it's the most loving time that you'll ever have, because you wrote that story for yourself. It's everything that you have always wanted in here, but you're actually letting it happen. We're the ones that keep choosing to not experience what we actually wish to because we don't think we deserve it. We don't think it's possible. We don't think it can happen. All of those kinds of thoughts. Every single thought you're feeding yourself is what is creating your experience, and I can't stress that enough. It is completely that. You might not realize that at the moment, but you will, because it's about when you claim yourself, and it's like right now we're very experienced like this. And we're going, but it's about stepping back and allowing the experience to happen so you can choose. I want to choose that. I'd like to choose that. This brings me joy. Yes, that. Nope, I don't want that. I'm not going to allow that in my life. And it's about that. And that's something that is easier as we love ourselves, which we'll bring it to. But for now, how we love ourselves and help, meditation helps, because it's spending time with yourself. So Steph, actually, if you don't mind me sharing, she actually just went through her journey of self-love. And that took a lot of inner work. Self-love is so much inner work. It's about asking yourself those questions, being honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself. If you're not happy with it, then don't be, and cry it out. If it's fearful, then admit it and say why, and then what can you do about it? It's about the acceptance of the things that come in. If we don't accept them, we constantly avoid them, we're not dealing with them, but they're not gone. Everything is there until we decide to deal with them. So you can just pick and choose and then release. It's about that release. We have so much releasing to do. And that's what meditation does. It helps us to release.
I wanted to add to that because, and these girls know, but I went to Bali for a 30-day yoga, 200-hour yoga teacher training. And we did this exercise where some of us laid in Shavasana and some of us were giving each other love. And the entire time I laid in Shavasana. And as society says, if someone's giving you love, you should see those colors and you should feel light and you should feel love. And I went to Bali wanting that spiritual experience to be love and light. And throughout today, listening to what everyone says today and what it is about meditation that helps you grow, I'm realizing that I really need to embrace those moments of my darkness and those moments of feeling that block, because that is me becoming aware of it, not being afraid of it, not being frustrated with it, but just surrendering to it and knowing that I have to experience that, so that when I'm in moments like this where I'm starting to come out into that light, into that feeling of love, I appreciate it so much more, and I can see both sides, so that when I am in that higher vibrational energy, I have more awareness of that to give to others and to share. So for people who are starting out meditating and you lay there and you feel like, why don't I feel this lightness or this, this feeling of love that everyone keeps talking about, it takes so much time. And if you know me, you would think, but Emily is so positive, she's so high energy, you probably wouldn't think that my experience would be that. But we all have our journeys, we all have our lows, and not everyone talks about their lows or talks about their moments of deep darkness, and it's okay to feel it and surrender to it and don't be afraid, because once you do surrender and you accept and you are grateful for that, that's when you start to come up.
That was awesome.
Completely.
Yeah. I totally resonated with that for sure.
I'm really happy we're all sharing our experience with you. I just want you to know, people commenting, asking questions, please continue. We can't reach our phones right now, but at the end of this, we're actually going to go through and answer questions and anything. So if you want to ask, please ask away. If you have anything to add, please add. Thank you guys.
And I've added to something too with the thoughts that we tend to, the idea is to release the thoughts as well. And what I found has worked for me is that I actually bring them closer. So I actually bring them closer and embrace them. And I thank the thought. So I thank each and every one that just kind of pops up. And I say, thank you for reminding me. And I give them a kiss. And it's interesting. It just dissolves. So instead of pushing it away, bring them in.
No, you said there was fear and love. Yeah. Because you're fearing them, but when you brought them in, you loved them, and then they poof.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so many things. I'll talk about that too. Because that's same with like sleep paralysis, dreams, nightmares, all that stuff. It's all about the frequency you're vibrating at. Because at the different levels we're at, there's certain energies that can't vibrate at that anymore. So we'll talk about that another time.
Can I add one thing?
100%. Add as much as you want.
I was listening to this audiobook. I don't know if you've heard of Pima Chodron. I think I said her name.
I kind of recognize
I downloaded her audiobook, and she was saying that when we have all these thoughts that come into our head, which is often for a lot of us, we just stop ourselves, and then we say thinking, and then we release it. So we don't give it any more energy. We just, okay, we're thinking, release. And then so when we catch ourselves, we're able to just kind of let it go. And I tried that. I'm driving home, and I'm just like all these thoughts, like thinking, and then all that stress that we feel, giving whatever it is that we're thinking. And usually it's something that I'm insecure about, or I'm just like, and I know that maybe in a week or tomorrow it's not going to matter anymore. And I remember what she said, and when I just stopped it where it was, I felt lighter right away, because I was like, it's not going to matter. It's not like tomorrow or a week. And you're always saying, okay, we'll get back to this because next week it's going to change. and it does.
So true.
It does.
Yeah.
It's like
we're the ones that feed ourselves that mind to be up there, to be like that. So if you just recognize that and accept that in that moment, release it. Oh, you're so much lighter. And it's a process, okay? If you got it like that, you got it like that. But if you don't, then don't. And it's okay. It's your own thing. And to be honest, at first you're like, oh, I wish I was like that. I wish I was like that. But when you accept yourself and journey, you end up loving it more than anything in the world. Her own journey might not be what I love, but she loves it. Her journey might not be what I love, but she loves it. And my journey, I am so in love with my journey, even though it's super hard, and I've been told all the time that no one wants to be me or go through my life because of the things that you don't know about. But I love my journey because it brought me here to all of you, and we're just going to grow from here. It's going to be wonderful and beautiful, and we can't wait. So yes, this is our first kind of, like I said, mellow meditation. Anyone want to add anything else here? You're good? Okay.
I think so.
Okay, we're going to take one quick meditation here with you, because I want to talk about how we're going to accept this into our lives and who we are, breathe it out and all that kind of stuff, and send all that good energy and love. I'll ask one more time if anyone has anything to add, and then thank you guys. Okay, so let's do this. So get comfy, get however you want. Like I said, lay down, sit down, stretch your legs, do whatever you want. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay? If you want to do the breathing, do the breathing. If you want your eyes open, closed, do that. If you want to, like I said, you want music on, you want to be in a bath, whatever. All right. So I'll give you guys a few moments to get into your space in case you need.
I'm going to lie down too.
Okay. Oh, I love you guys. Yay. So this quick meditation is going to be about accepting your experience, accepting what you're going to go through, being open to what you wish, okay? And knowing that you all deserve it, because we are love and we all deserve love. All right, everybody? Okay, let's take some 3 breaths, and whatever you wish to say to yourself, affirmations or accepting yourself or loving yourself, or I wish to be in this space, I want to open to this, I desire for this, whatever it is for you, okay? So Okay, ready? Let's go in. And out. Whenever you breathe in, bring in all the love and energies of the world and the universe. And whenever you breathe out everything that you wish to release, okay? So another breath in. Filling yourself up with love, even if you don't feel you deserve it, because the universe knows you deserve it, and they're always giving it to you. And breathing out, releasing all of the things that you think that you don't deserve, releasing all of that negative self-worth. And breathe in all that wonderful love and self-worth and energy. And accept where you are in this moment, in this path. Because it's what is meant for you. And I promise you, as you go through this, your journey is going to unfold before your eyes. And you're going to choose it because you love it and because it's unique to you. And breathe in. And out. And from here, go with where it takes you. We'll take a few minutes here, okay? Lots of love, everyone. Let whatever happens to you happen. Okay, well, Tanya wants to talk you through some grounding. Please ground.
So, grounding is generally used in meditation to connect heaven and earth together and to bring those two realms into us, which we are the vessel for. So, in meditations, I found it helpful to either envision or feel that sense of placing yourself into earth, into what I call Mother Earth or Gaia. And I tend to be a visualizer. So I imagine roots, or from your root chakra, which is red, a cord running from right at the base of your pelvis, right in between your legs there. And I like using tree trunks. So I tend to imagine the base of my chakra growing tree trunks into Mother Earth. And she's embracing me and holding me. Now you can imagine even grounding yourself into crystals. I've done that either with obsidian or with quartz, and that can help your meditation as well. So these are things to play around with. These are just ideas. There's no, like Vanessa had said, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. Take meditation as a playground, okay? So these are just some ideas that we're throwing out. And as you feel yourself with your tree trunks going into Mother Earth, being embraced by her, and you feel held and contained and strong, feel that energy from Gaia, from Mother Earth, coming out through the tree trunks, how a tree trunk gets fed its nourishment coming from Mother Gaia. And feeling that come up into your root chakra, then into your sacral chakra, lighting that up, that red, that orange, next into your solar plexus with the yellow, and then coming up into the heart. Seeing that emerald green, possibly or possibly not, you might see some pink in there as well. And if you tend to be more of a feeler, you might even feel the colors and not see the colors.
Good point.
If you tend to be more clairaudient, you might hear the vibration of these colors instead. So know that there's these other areas you can take this. Remember, this is play. This is exploration. This is discovery. And these are all remembering, rediscovery
Yeah.
as well.
Remembering who you are, because it has always been in you. And like she said, it's how we each take it, meaning don't think it has to be a certain way, just accept how it is for you. Like she said, people see sometimes in hearing, and some people feel in, like, it's just whatever it is for you. So allow that to be. That's also why I wanted each of these girls with me here today too, is because I want you to know that each of us have our own ways, our own experience, and that it's not just one way, it's any way, it's however you wish. Just do it with love for yourself and each other. Do it with love. Anything else to add? All right. Gather wherever you are. Take your breaths. Set your intentions. If you wish to stay here, then stay here. Thank you for being here, everyone, together in this. Thank you for creating this space. At this moment, we are changing our lives. We're changing the world. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Each of us doing this ourselves is what is adding to the vibrations of the ripple of everything changing. As you grow and as you light everything as well. Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. As we come out of this, like I said, we're going to look at some of your comments and questions if you guys have anything, and we'll answer them. So thank you, everybody. I hope that was good for you guys. I know that wasn't what you expected, so perfect. But I hope it helped. I mean, everything we're doing here, we're sending out with love intentions of helping you to grow too and accept yourselves and realize that we're all unique. And all you need to do is love yourself for your uniqueness. Because that is what is beautiful. We don't need everyone to be the same. You're here, you're here, you're here to be who you were, because the world wishes for you to be and needs you to be who you are fully. Light, dark, whatever, all of it the same. Be you, accept you. And from there, make your choices. Hopefully out of love and not fear, because those will be your best experiences. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's do this question answering thing if there's any. Yay.
I don't think there's any questions.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Is there any on that one? It looks like there's some.
Instagram Live.
Is there any questions on that?
Just a second. You got lots of comments you need to go through.
Oh, you're cute. Oh, hi. Thank you, Jay Breezy. Oh, hi, Pixie. Thank you. I knew you guys were going to be there. Thank you very much. We thank you guys. Enjoy, you guys. Wonderful, blessed day. And see you guys again for the next one. It's going to be exciting.
I gotta shut mine off.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, you guys.
Oh, maybe it stopped.
Fewer viewers. Perfect. It's 4.
But you know what? The other thing is that it'll still be on your thing.
Yeah,
so
I
if
know.
anyone is
I'm
doing
not
stuff
even
today,
worried.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So, end streaming?